Hi, everybody. Well, here we go again. Meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, Washington area and talking about the heat advisory that is up for tomorrow, Thursday, August 1st. National Weather Service has updated this somewhat. It now includes just north of Medford, generally up I-5, everything in orange, Albany, Salem, Portland, Vancouver. Does include up the river, Woodland, and into Kelso, Longview. Um, and then out through the gorge and Hood River, and then the more pinkish tone, excessive heat warning, that is up for the day Friday, where temperatures are going to be well over 100 degrees across especially eastern areas, or I should say mostly eastern areas of our state. Valley temperatures, this is, although Friday is still going to be hot, it's basically a one-day extreme heat spike. So valley temperatures on Thursday, Portland, Salem, Vancouver, at least mid 90s, at least. And I think there will be some areas touch 100 and maybe go to 101. So wow. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. The Momentous Wealth podcast. Listen through Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. This is the library of investing topics. The newest topic in investing was dropped last week. So check in on that from Todd Pisarcik's team. Momentous Wealth Management is the firm licensed in Oregon and Washington that puts out these podcasts. Hope you'll check that out. Okay. Well, tomorrow will be likely day 18 of 90-degree heat. Assuming that we don't hit 90 today, it's coming up on 5 o'clock and Portland's at 88 right now. But so far, 17 90-degree days this season, 100 time days are 3. The hottest day was 104, and that was back on July 9th. So that's kind of what we're keeping track of. Here's a look at what the National Blended Model, the one that's most used for temperature guidance from the National Weather Service, is showing for tomorrow. So here's Troutdale. There's, out in Beaverton, Hillsboro, Scappoose, 98, 97, 98, 97. The output for Portland is actually 99 degrees tomorrow. This shows 99 in Salem at 5 p.m. I think Salem likely hits 100. Good chance of doing it anyway. And then you go out into the Dalles, 105, and out into the Columbia Basin, over 100, and Pendleton, 102. This is tomorrow, Thursday, 100 degrees out in Ontario. Now, let me back up because I do want to touch on the coast real quick. That shows 77 in Tillamook tomorrow. I do believe the wind flows light enough that there will be some 80-degree temperatures along the Oregon coast tomorrow on Thursday. And here's Friday afternoon at 5 p.m. Look at the brick kind of red tones. Up in the Columbia Basin, 106, 107, 105. Wow. Everybody's generally 100 or better in Eastern Oregon, down around Medford as well. But up and down I-5, instead of being upper 90s to around 100, this shows low 90s to maybe the high between Portland and Salem and gets up into the mid 90s on Friday, but not as hot as what we'll see on Thursday. It also cools the coast down closer to around 70 degrees. Here's a look. This is tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. See the 597 contour? This is the upper flow pattern, upper pressure contours on the American GFS model. So here's the upper level high, which has been back in Colorado, over the Rockies, even back into Oklahoma and Kansas. But notice tomorrow it extends back to the west over Utah into Nevada is the center of the high, and the hot core pushes up into Oregon. Okay, that's tomorrow. Now let's play this into Friday afternoon. There's a couple things I want to point out here Friday afternoon. Here's Friday afternoon. Notice 597. Now the high's gotten stronger. This is the heat dome. And it absolutely is into Eastern Oregon, bringing those 100-degree plus temperatures in Eastern Oregon and up in the Columbia Basin. And then on the back side or the west side of the high, this is an upper level disturbance. Potential thunderstorm activity Friday afternoon developing in California. I'm going to play this into Saturday morning. See how this thunderstorm activity rotates potentially up the Sierra into the Tahoe area, and then going into Saturday morning, perhaps runs up. If this were exactly right, we'd see thunderstorms mainly running up the east flank of the Cascades and into Central Oregon Saturday morning, and then continuing up through maybe the East Gorge and out into the Columbia Basin Saturday evening. So that track is a little bit more to the east than the models I looked at early this morning and the early this morning looked like maybe some of that action would come up the Willamette Valley. But if what I just showed you is correct, it probably stays along the Cascades and off to the east. Now, there's another little disturbance. These are areas of positive vorticity, little disturbances, if you will. And this is Monday afternoon. So this is probably increasing cloud cover into Portland. I'm saying there's a chance of a shower, mainly Monday evening, Monday overnight. Low clouds in the Tuesday morning as that weakens and rotates around us. That may simply be some cloudiness, but for now I'm watching to see if that would produce the chance of some rain. It is going to help keep temperatures down a little bit the first part of next week. So with that said, these are the 4:30 temperatures. My forecast high in Portland was 88 today. We've hit it. Thought Salem would hit 91. You folks are at 91. It's 100 down in Medford. Wow. All right, let's check out some of the temperature forecasts with all this much hotter weather coming. Look at Medford, 105 tomorrow, 102 Friday, basically near to above 100 degrees all the way into the mid part of next week. So that's a long stretch of hot weather. Baker City, where we still have fires burning in Baker County, and then back to the west in Grant and Harney counties. 101 tomorrow. There's the excessive heat up to 104 on Friday, and then upper 90s Saturday, Sunday, 100 on Monday. So again, this is the type of weather that's going to put increased pressure all over on firefighters here in the Northwest. Since we picked up that rain that came this past Sunday morning and then into Monday, or certainly this past Monday, I may be getting my weeks mixed up. The fire news has been great. Containment's been built. The air quality's been better. The smoke has been thinned out, but all that is likely going to worsen again with this next round of really hot weather coming in. Here's Bend. 102 Thursday, 100 Friday, well up into the 90s, into the mid part of next week. Wow. All right. Here's Seattle, 79 right now. 86 tomorrow. The hottest day in Seattle, this shows is Friday, 91. And then mid 80s on Saturday and 88 on Sunday. So that's Seattle. Let's go down to North Bend. 60s the next couple of, well, 60s throughout, it looks like. Not putting out a rain chance here. Let's see if Eugene's putting out any rain chance. This is from the National Weather Service. No. 101 in Thursday, and then cooling down to 93 on Friday, 91 on Saturday. But then still hot into the mid part of next week. So, yeah. From the here we go again department, right? Seattle, 86, 91, 85, 88. You know, better than Portland, certainly. And here is Portland's 7-day forecast. So tomorrow, 99. Could hit 100, obviously. Not as hot Friday. I've got 95. I think certainly up into the 90s on Friday. And then from the models I looked at this morning and even at noon today, they suggested a thunderstorm threat on Saturday from that disturbance that right now is tracking more along the east flank of the Cascades. But that track could change. So just note I'm watching the threat of something developing on Saturday. It may or may not happen, as we just saw. Sunday, 93. Then that chance of clouds or maybe some light moisture, mainly late Monday night into early Tuesday, and then 92 on Wednesday. So, yeah, there you go. If you don't have AC, I feel for you. Otherwise, the rest of us will be planning our days around the hot weather. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon.